Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's straight out of Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back for episode 17 of my Out of the Park Baseball 16 Montreal Expos 2004 playthrough, and today we're back for the mid-season for 2010. And we are off to a 42-35 start. It was a bit of a rocky start, but we've righted the ship as of late. I can show you the schedule and try to give you guys an idea of how the season has gone, as I usually try to do. So the month of June was a pretty good month. You can see we started winning some games. We went on a nice little win streak here. It started with this doubleheader against New York, and that's another new addition to the game, is actually there are doubleheaders. It doesn't really change much, although it might change how you use your pitching staff. But anyway, won 7 games in a row, and then 9 of 10. I think we're still on that 9 of 10 stretch right now. So, I mean, before we won that, we were, 2 games under 500, or 1 game under 500. And you can take a look at the standings here. So we're only 3 games back. We were, 6 or 7 games back for a majority of the season, but now, as you can see, we've won 9 of 10, and we're only 3 games back. And we are, if I can find it, let's see, maybe. See, I don't know. It's just the home screen. I like it in. Maybe we can just go back. Keep going. There we are. What is this screen? The manager's office. Yeah. So we're ranked 3rd out of 30 in the latest power rankings, which is pretty nice. So let's take a look at how the team has done. Oh, wow, look at attendance. Maybe we should lower ticket prices. I don't know. I forgot how to do that, but whatever. Owner doesn't care about that. So let's go to the lineup. So again, it's pretty much the same story as last year. The lineup really doing a majority of the work. It hasn't been quite as good as it was last year, and that, is why we're only 7 games over 500, whereas last year we finished like 50 games over 500. So, but you can take a look, Roberto Trinidad doing work. He was hurt for a little bit, so he's only played 48 games, but still 970 OPS, and he's probably giving us gold glove caliber defense, although this game doesn't really measure that stuff quite yet. Ike Davis is having a really good year, so he's looking really good for our first round pick. Malcolm Ray's having another good year. That's good. I thought he might regress a little bit, but he's keeping up with his pace of last year. In fact, he's actually outpacing himself, although I think the home runs are a little down, but that's quite all right. Yeah, he's on pace for 32 home runs as opposed to 38, but not really a big deal in my book. Dave Potter's having a good year. He's only started 16 games, but still, that's nice. Miguel Cabrera, not quite up to Miguel Cabrera's standards. Same thing with Alfredo De La Garza. Hopefully both these guys can kind of get it going in the second half of the season. They both have taken steps back this year that I did not expect. Colby Rasmus has been half decent. Dudley Greer, not so much. And Den Ugla has not been very good this year either. He's sort of started to come down to what I thought he was probably going to be after that first season. But yeah, anyway. And again, it's the pitching staff that's really, falling short. And, Kershaw, Kershaw's been nice to have. He's been a stabilizing force, but he hasn't quite been the Kershaw of old. And then really everyone past that has not been too decent. But I don't think it's really where I'm going to look to make an upgrade, because I think we've sort of, we've played around with it enough. I think we're just sort of set with these guys. We just signed Zach Greinke, Santana. Let's see. Santana's had a bad year. We can revisit his extension talks. Oh, wow, that was a bad voice crack. Unbelievable. All right, so he's interested in an extension now. He'll take a much bigger discount than what he was before. So I definitely want to do this then. If we can get him at, maybe even $4 million. And he's 27, so let's do 4 years. 4 years, $16 million. I mean, that's pretty ridiculous if we could get him on this. All right, let's try $5 million this time. Oops. We'll do 4 years and $5 million. I'm not going to lowball him too much. Or I don't mean to lowball him too much. He's still in a good negotiation mood. There we go. So 4 years, $20 million. He's likely to take that. And let's go back to our pitching staff. So yeah, so we're going to lock him up. We're definitely not moving Kershaw or anything. We're not replacing him. Lukey, he struggled a little bit, but I still have high hopes for him. I just really like his ratings. I really think, if he can get over, I mean, he's not giving you, he's only on pace to throw 164.2 innings, 0.2 in 2/3 innings. You guys know what I mean? So I mean, he's never really going to be that innings eater type of pitcher with this kind of stamina, but his stuff is so good. And I think he can be a starter, but if not, I think he'll turn out to be a super reliever. Zach Greinke we just signed. We really can't move him, but that contract's not looking so hot right now. Oh, this is John Lackey. Whoops, the daisies. Here is Zach Greinke. Yeah, $8 million. At least his ratings are still up. He's gotten a bump because he was only 4 stars when we signed him. So that's nice. He's still only 26. but he's definitely going to turn things around. So we'll simulate this next month. We're just at the beginning of July, in case you guys didn't notice, and I figured I would stop here because we were right at the point of, oh no, Rick Porcello. And now Rick Porcello's over in Milwaukee having a great year. That's nice to see. But, man, we can never seem to pick the right pitchers, I swear. But yeah, I picked this spot to stop because I knew I was going to stop around the beginning of July, and we were on this hot streak, and it'd be cool to simulate the next month to see how the pennant race shapes up. But let's take a look at some of this stuff. So Malcolm Ray looks like he's going to be an all-star. Alfredo De La Garza might get in. Who else? Anyone? Maybe that's it. Okay, Clayton Kershaw might get in. That's nice. What's he on pace for in terms of WAR? Yeah, 6.6. That's because he's going to throw 218 innings. So, all right, let's go ahead and start simulating some more. So there goes our 9 of 10. But we're still doing well. Take 2 of 3. Oh, no, there's a 4-game set with Philly. The review of midseason goals. Okay, he's very happy with our record. Did you even try to find it? Well, Sterling Carter doesn't start for us, but all right. Looks like we got his nationally. All right, so we're doing all of his goals except the upgrade of position. But whatever. I mean, I don't really care about that. Because like Sterling Carter's a bench piece, and if anything, I'm going to trade Sterling Carter for something better. Like, I'm just curious what his trade market is now, because that's the move. I mean, we have these depth pieces that like we could move, and the reason I'm holding on to them is just in case of injury, and just because we don't have to move them quite yet. But like, if we really wanted to go out and get like a superstar, like look, I mean, we could trade Sterling Carter for like Glenn Perkins. What's he making? 4.2 million. I mean, it's a little much for a closer for me, but I mean, it's that type of move we can make. We have these guys we could use to upgrade. We could get Denard Span back, who was apparently traded to the Giants from KC. So KC flipped him for a couple prospects. Interesting. When did we trade him to? Which deal was that? Oh, Ubaldo for Denard, Williams, and Kent. Okay. Interesting. All right, so let's keep going here. So we take 3 or 4 from Philly. Now we're only 2 games back. We got a 3-game set against Cincinnati. Ooh, all right, on a bit of a roll here. Santana signs his contract. Nice. All right, so we sweep Cincinnati. Now we're only a game back. Still red hot. Yeah, I'm still holding out hope for Santana. I get that he's 27 now, and he's just like, he's only had 1 good year, but I really think he could be something good. Just with his ratings and, I don't know, man. I'm no expert, but, all right, this thing is I'm gonna have to cut out in a bit and look for a sec, because this is what I was having trouble with the last time I tried to record a midseason episode, and then someone told me in the comments, it's just this thing takes a while to load. There's no glitch here. There's nothing wrong with your game. It's just gonna... Oh, nice. Elijah Dukes with 5 hits. So he's hitting 199. Oh, nice, Elijah Dukes. That is, what was he hitting before he got 5 hits? 186. Wow, that's not... Looks like he's not doing so hot in New York. But so I'm going to have to cut out in like 2 seconds. But let's just do the first couple Atlanta games. Okay, here's where I'm going to have to cut out, so I will be back. Alright, so we're back. We won against Atlanta again, and we are now in first place. Let's just take a quick look at the standings. So we're a half game up on the Marlins. That is quite... We won 8 in a row. That is quite the turnaround. I was pretty down about this season at the beginning, but I'm glad to see things have turned themselves around. Or turned something around. Not in themselves. And whatever. We beat Atlanta. Now we got the All-Star game. Let's see who wins. Hopefully the NL. Yes, it does. 3-2. Troy Tulowitzki is a member of the Dodgers. Looks like he won the MVP. Or whatever. So we still have probably another week or so to sim before I start thinking about trade deadline stuff. So we've got a 4-game set in San Francisco. There goes our win streak. Lost 2 in a row now. 3 in a row. Alright, at least we take 1. Let's try to right this West Coast trip. We lose to Arizona. We've fallen back to 2nd place. Now things are not going so well. Alright, let's finish this Los Angeles series. Can we win these last 2 games? Nope. Wow, that was a pretty bad West Coast trip. We're 4 games out now. Let's take a look at the wild card, though. Okay, we're 3.5 out of the wild card. Ooh, the Giants are going to win the wild card, it looks like. Or someone from the NL West. That division is, another... What? Why is there, Wait, this is wrong. Oh, the Rockies. Why wasn't it showing the Rockies? Oh, it was. Who's leading the Central? Okay, it's tied. Wow, that's a horrible division. Okay, so let's figure out what we need to do. Yeah, I mean, I just like I think we should address the bullpen because the bullpen's also been horrific, as you can see. But I just don't want to touch the starting staff. I just think we've invested too much in these guys at this point to really keep, moving it around. So we started the year with Feliz and Gregerson as our closer and setup man. They both were absolutely horrible. So I think we should try to replace Esmail Rogers and maybe get another lefty. I don't know. Maybe just have faith in Jonathan Neese. But we should try to get another reliever. Really someone who can come in and close. And I think we should be able to do that pretty easily, to be honest. If it's not going to cost too much, I wouldn't, like in terms of like prospects, haul or whatever, or whatever I have to give up to get a guy. I wouldn't mind picking up someone. Oops, I did not mean to go to the free agent screen. I wouldn't mind picking up someone who's making a little bit of money if I can just get rid of them next year. Non-tender them or whatever. You can sign Brett Boone. So let's do player trade. And, we do have the pieces to make a trade. We have those 4 outfielders. Plus we have Sterling Carter. So I'll go through some of the rebuilding teams and try to find some relievers. Ooh, Poof Bonser. He was only 28 in 2009. How old is he now? What? I thought he was way older. But whatever. Yeah, so I'm going to just try to find... I'm going to go through some rebuilding teams, try to find some relievers they might give up, and see what we can do. Alright, so it did not take long. I went to the first rebuilding team and found a pretty good trade. Then I went through the rest and couldn't find anything nearly as good. So we're going to get Jose Mijares or something. I don't really know how to pronounce that name. I apologize for... Oh, whoops. I apologize. And we're also going to get Jose Arredondo. It was really more of a throw-in. I was able to get him for pretty cheap, unless there's another reliever here that I might want over him, or if I could get a starter like Boof Bonser. I don't think I'm going to be able to, though. Yeah, probably not. So let's just settle for, Jose Arredondo is definitely the cheapest reliever. So we'll get him, and we're going to give up Dan Ugla, who our owner hates, and who has not been good this year. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. He's not been bad, but... at the same time, he's a guy that we were probably going to look to move in the coming years anyway, just because we have other cheaper options at middle infield spots like Sterling Carter and Mike McEwen. And so because of that, he's a pretty easy candidate to trade. Although, I'll give him credit. He has done better in the last couple of weeks. But so we're going to move him. We're also going to move Wilson Rosado. It is finally time to give up. He's never going to be anything. He's 27 now, and he's just horrible. He's not an effective backup catcher. And we're going to move Derek Robinson. He's a 1.5-star first base prospect, 21 years old. Minor league free agent signing. He's not doing very well in Double-A, and we really don't have a spot for him anyway with Ike Davis rankings. So we're going to pick up these guys. Can also get a backup catcher and Craig Christian. That'd be nice. What do we have to give up? I'm sure we can just give them something that's not on this list. I've learned that this list isn't just the end-all, be-all. Like, there are other options. I might be able to give him like Esmail Rogers or something. Yeah, well, maybe even something less than that. I'd probably give up Justin Masterson. Can I just give up anything? Yeah, I can. I might keep Bob Harrison, though. What is Christian's ratings? Okay, he's a good defensive catcher in the very least, so definitely want him. Let's give up... Who's not good here? How about this guy? David Martin? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we'll get Craig Christian to be our new backup catcher, because that's what Rosado was. Whoops. Oh, did he say it wasn't... What? Okay, he said he would agree to it, but let's take him off. How about... Oh, wait, how about I just hit complete trade? I'm really stupid. Okay, so we move out Dan Ugly. We get some relievers, some more relievers. Let's go to the roster crunch or whatever. So let's do players DFA. So we're going to want all 3 of these guys on the roster. We're going to send down probably... Esmail Rogers, who's not been good, Demote, and one other reliever. Oh, no. I want to put Mijares in the... I might even let Mijares save. Yeah, he's got 12 saves this year. I mean, not... God, I cannot talk today. I'm going to probably let him close and let Dwayne McCarthy be the setup man. But yeah, now we have an extra reliever, so let's make you the setup man. We'll make you the middle reliever. We're going to let Mijares close. We'll make Arredondo a middle reliever, and we're going to send down, let's see, not Feliz, not Neese. Maybe it will be Feliz. Yeah, probably should be. His rating's gone down a lot. He's going to be pretty pissed, though. But that's all right. We'll call him back up if someone gets hurt. So that is our new bullpen. A little bit better. Now we only have one guy with an ERA over 5. As opposed to like 3 before this. But other than that, I don't think I'm going to touch this team. I think I'm just going to let it play out. I've made deadline moves in the past. Hasn't really worked. So this year, we'll try something different. We'll just let the team play it out. One thing I do need to do, though, is figure out who's going to play second base. So we have a plethora of options. I mean, we have Ian Kinsler, who's been not so good this year. We've got Mike McEwen, who I really want to give a shot, I think. I think he's likely to get the job at first. And if he fails, we'll, decide between Sterling Carter or Ian Kinsler. But I think, we've got these 3 options here. If we just, sort of try them all out, I think one of them is going to stick. I'd like to think that at least. And let's call up Billy Butler. Back to our bench. So we'll put him as the backup first baseman. And who's our backup third baseman? Probably, I don't know, who plays third better? Carter, I guess? No, he's horrible. It should probably be McEwen. Actually, McEwen's a beast at third. Yeah, as you can see. I'd love to play him there, but then I'd have to play Cabrera at like first or something. Or left field. Which would not go over well. Man, his ratings have gone down. Why is that? Whatever. He's still hitting the ball pretty well. He's got his average back up over 300. Alright, so that is what we're going to look like. And, yeah, this episode's been pretty short, but I think that's pretty much going to do it. I'll simulate past the deadline here. But yeah, it's, really the only move I wanted to make. Don't really know what else we could do, to be honest. I mean, I could, maybe, like, simulate if the pennant race comes down, of, like, I could get to like the last month, and maybe we could simulate that together. I might do that, just because it looks like it could be a pretty intense pennant chase. But let's simulate this month of July, or the rest of the July. So we win an extra innings game in St. Louis. We win 2-0. Nice, 5-3. Okay, we lose the first game in Arizona. These NL West teams are giving me fits. All right, we win 1. Can we take 2 or 3? Nope. Back to 4 games back. Alright, so I'm going to simulate the month of August, and then I will come back and we will simulate September together. Alright, well, we have gone on a flurry. We are back in first place. I actually meant to come back on August 31st because I wanted to make sure our playoff roster was going to be all set, but this is a fine playoff roster. But yeah, holy crap, we've gone on another flurry. Let's take so we've opened up a 3.5 game lead in the division. We're 13 up on the Mets now. And what's our wild card cushion? So the Marlins are currently in the wild card, so we have a 4-game wild card cushion. But yeah, let's take a look at the schedule. I mean, that was an incredible month we just went on. Really went on another flurry there. Let's do schedule. So let's go to August. I mean, look at that. We lost like 3 games all month. We lost 4 games the entire month. We went, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, we lost 1, so that's 5. It's a doubleheader. So what's that? 4 wins plus another 5 is 9, plus a whole week's worth is 16, 18, 23. So 23. We had 23 and 5 that month. In fact, actually, there's another new screen in this game you can look at, and you don't even have to calculate it yourself, but still. Yeah, that was a pretty crazy month, and a big part of it was Clayton Kershaw. He won the Pitcher of the Month award. And as you can see, he was freaking dominated. 1 bad start in New York. That was that loss on that doubleheader, first game of that doubleheader. But other than that, he hasn't allowed a run in his last. Look at that, 2 complete games back to back. He's just been dominant. So that's good to see. He's really picked it up. We really needed that out of him. And the rest of the pitchers, meh. Still, not so hot, but I mean, Lukey's gotten a little better. Some of these guys have gotten their yards closer to 3 than to 4, which is nice. Bullpen's been good. Mijares has been really good. McCarthy's stayed, pretty much where he was at. Arredondo and Volquez have sort of settled things down there. That's nice. And the offense, I mean, we can take a look at the offense too. I don't want to waste too much time doing this, but I imagine things have gotten a little better, marginally. De La Garza and Cabrera have picked it up, that's for sure. And Trinidad's come back down to earth. That's too bad. Malcolm Ray is red hot, though. He's up to 28 homers now. So, all right, let's simulate this last month. So I've already set it up for 3.5 games up in the division. This is not quite as close as I thought it was going to be, but I'm sure it will get closer because I don't think we're going to be able to keep up this hot streak. So you can see we've already lost. We ended that win streak, but we're back on track. We take 2 of 3 from Chicago. Now we go to Philly. And rubber game. We take 2 of 3 from Philly. So now we have a series against the Mets, I believe. Yep. And let's just take a look at the standings one more time. Actually, I think if I go to the manager's office, I can look at them. Yeah, so we are... I'll just stay at the screen then. So we're 2 up on Florida right now heading into this set. Florida's playing really well too, but I imagine they're pretty well up on the wild card. And this is... Oh, Lackey wants an extension. I don't think I'm going to extend him now, but I certainly wouldn't be against bringing him back on a really short money contract, like, $2.5 million or something to be our 5th starter. Because he does eat innings. He's going to get, 3 wins above replacement this year just because he's going to pitch 184 innings. Or 2 wins above replacement. Which is, not bad for a 5th starter at all. But, alright, so let's keep going here. Let's go back to the manager's office. I definitely like looking at this screen while I simulate. So I think we just took 2 of 3 from the Mets. Now we got a 4-game set against Pittsburgh. Ooh, Cabrera's out for a week. We'll leave him active, though. Oh, I didn't even call anyone up to expand the rosters, but I don't really care to be honest. I mean, we could call up... I'm just going to have to option all these guys back down anyway. Maybe we could call up Samardzija. We should definitely give Samardzija a chance. He was pissed, too. Alright, let's call him up. And other than that, Blevins is probably pretty mad, too. We'll call him up. I want to keep these guys relatively happy at least. I don't care so much about these guys. It's not going to even give me the morale from the screen. I'm sure Feliz is not happy. We'll call him back up. We'll call these guys up. Why not? Feldman. I don't care about Feldman or Sean Hill because those guys are never going to crack our team. And Rogers, I really don't care if he's unhappy because he's been so horrible. He doesn't deserve to be back up. Masterson, Rodriguez. We'll call up Rodriguez. Probably should have been up by now anyway. So, alright, we split these first 2 games against Pittsburgh. Let's go back to the screen. Wonder what our win total pace is again. Curious if we're going to win as many games as last year. Probably not quite, but our win percentage is up over 600. So now we're only a half game up on Florida. So let's, after we lost 3 or 4 from Pittsburgh. So let's take a look at the wild card standings. All right, so there's a 2-game wild card cushion, but that's not a huge one. The NL West is really strong this year. So the Rockies... Actually, the Rockies have fallen off. It's now between the Padres and Giants. Man, that whole division is really good. So we have to be pretty careful here. We can't completely take our foot off the gas pedal. This is not good. Come on, we got to beat a team like Atlanta. All right, lose 2 of 3. And McEwen's out for 4 weeks. And that is not good. So how is McEwen doing? He was playing really well since he got that starting role. That's too bad. So strained oblique out 4 weeks. Let's put him on the 15-day DL. We're going to have to call up someone here. This is going to give us a little bit more flexibility with our postseason roster. Question is, who do we want to call up? We don't really have any AAA hitters that can step in. So we still have Kinsler as a backup infielder, so we could call up really anyone. We have a lot of positional flexibility on our team, or versatility. So let's go with who should we go with? Maybe James Johnson. Looks like he has the most solid hitting ratings out of all of our guys. He's probably not going to play though. Oh, is our 40-man full? Is he not on the 40-man? Wow. Okay, who's on our 40-man? That shouldn't be Chad Cordero. That's for sure. God, just get off my team, Chad Cordero. I think he's the only... Actually, I'm going to keep him on because he's the only one around from the original team, I think. So we're definitely going to keep him. I just got to get him off the 40-man. And now we can put James Johnson on. Okay. So let's keep going here. We just lost 2 of 3 to Atlanta. We're 90-60 heading into the final, 12 games of the season. We got 2 games in Florida. Let's see how these go. I'll play these last couple games if they get really close. All right, so we win 7-1. Nice. We sweep Florida. We just dismantled them. So let's go back to this screen. We're 2 games back up in Florida. That was really clutch. That was a really big series. Now we're got a 3-game set in New York. Ooh, a doubleheader now. Oh, wow. One of the games got rained out again. And I don't even know what happened there. I guess another more rain and got rescheduled for the end. Yeah, so that game got rescheduled. That's so cool how the game does that. Oh, man, I love that. It's such a nice addition. All right, so now we're only a game and a half up on Florida. I think they have a game in hand, so 2 back in the loss column, though. That's nice. Ooh, all right, now only a half game up. All right, we beat Milwaukee. This is the team we lost to in the playoffs last year. There we go, 2 games in a row. Let's put Cordero in AAA. He was in DFA limbo there for a bit. Yeah, Kershaw whitewashes. Man, he's been good. Look at that. His ERA is now below what it was last year. Awesome. Let's do the manager's office. So we've taken the first 2 from Milwaukee. And I don't even know what happened there. I guess the game didn't play. Cornwall, I don't care. Alright, so we're game and a half up in Florida still. Come on. Just simulate the game. There we go. We beat Milwaukee. Wow, Neftali Fleas has really dropped. Let's do manager's office again. So we've got 4 games left, and we're a game and a half up. Have we clinched a playoff spot yet is the question. Let's do wild cards. Ooh, no. Okay, so we really need to win the division because the Padres and Giants are... I can't believe one of those teams is going to miss the playoffs, and yet the Brewers are going to win like 83 games and get in. That's really nice. Baseball's... Oh, whatever. Okay, so we really got to win this division. So we've got 4 games left. I might play some of these games. I don't know how long I've been recording it. I haven't been recording this episode very long, so it's not going to be a long one. So let's play this game. Let's do this. I don't even know who we have pitching or anything. I don't... Why do we have all these holes in our lineup? Like what? Why? What happened to our short? Why did no one tell me Colby Rasmus was hurt? He's got a thumb contusion. That's fine. Who was our shortstop? Did we not replace McEwen? I guess we never replaced McEwen. Whoops. That's my fault. Let's put Carter in. And although Kinsler doesn't play the infield, all the infield positions, we're just gonna have to do this. Actually, Kinsler's been good lately. Because we could put De La Garza at short. No, he doesn't play there. Carter. He's pretty good defensively. We'll see how this goes. We'll play it by ear. So we'll give Carter the first start for this game in Philly. So just to set the situation up, so I think we're, game and a half up in Florida with a game in hand. So 2 back in the loss column. So a win and a Florida loss would make us 3 up in the loss column, and we would officially clinch the division. Because that'd be a 2.5 game difference, and then only have 2 games left. It's a little confusing because we haven't played that New York game yet, but it'd be cool if it came down to that. Oh yeah, we got to figure out. So I guess we'll start Potter. Yeah, that makes sense. We'll start Potter in Rasmus's place, and Greinke is on the mound. Holy crap! I forgot about the noise. So it's gonna be Zach Greinke, who has a chance to get his ERA under 4. That would be really nice against Cade Bennington, who has not been good this year. See if our lineup can get to him. Maybe try to get to him early. Nope. Greinke allows the first run. There we go. 4 runs in the 3rd. And now it's on Greinke to try and shut this Philly lineup down. He has done that so far. Nice, 88 pitches. So we're going to dump him after this inning probably. Let's get Jeff Samardzija in if we can. He can give us a couple innings probably. Alright, so we'll try to get Greinke out of this inning. He's at 108 pitches. Who is this? Russell Martin? I probably shouldn't be screwing around with this. Spanked on the ground past the pitcher. Carter's got it, though. Throw to Davis in time, and he's out of the inning. Sorry, I don't know if you guys caught that, but I just hit till runners in scoring position and then went from there. Okay, so let's do half inning again. Parnell. Get another run. So we'll go Samardzija for an inning and then maybe Henry Rodriguez for an inning, but we should be able to win this game. Samardzija gives up a run. Now Rodriguez. If he doesn't allow 6 runs, we will win. All right, well, he almost allowed 6 runs. Wow, the Phillies are bad. Holy crap, they're 57 and 103. But there we go, we win that game. So let's skip a day. And I don't know what's happening. There we go. So San Diego wins the NL West. Let's take a look at our standings. Actually, let's go to the big picture standings. So, okay, we're 2.5 up, so I don't know why it says we didn't clinch it. Is there a possibility we don't win, I guess? If we lost all of our remaining games? Okay, so they could still win it, I guess. I didn't realize that even though they're 3 back in the loss column, it doesn't really matter. So, okay, so our magic number is 1, though. And the Marlins are still tied for the Giants for that wild card lead. Do they have magic numbers? 3, okay. So our magic number is 1, so we got to either win or have Florida lose. So it's all in our hands. That shouldn't be too hard to do. Hopefully Florida doesn't win their last 2 games, but if they do, I would be really shocked if we lost our last 3. So all right, Potter gets to start again. We've got John Lackey on the mound. He forced 3.6 ERA so far this season, but this is Philly. Come on. They got Nate Robertson on the mound. We should not have a problem with this team. If we're a good team, we'll just put these guys right away and clinch the division against a crappy team like this. And so far, we're doing just that. 4-0. Lackey. Oh, there we go. 8-1. Lackey's still pitching relatively well. 78 pitches. Okay, that's going to do it for him. But I'll take 7 innings and 3 runs out of him 10 times out of 10. Let's give Arredondo some work. 10-3. Jesus. And we're also going to let's get Edison Volquez some work too. He's been good lately. All right, and Edison Volquez on the mound with a chance to give us the division title for the 2nd year in a row. And he does just that. There we go. We win the division. So we're going to the playoffs, and look. Damn it. Dave Potter's out for 3 weeks. Oh, that stinks. Okay. We're going to have to put him on the DL. He's probably going to miss. He might be back for the NLCS, but no guarantees. Who we're going to call up is the question. Who's on our 40-man? Who can we call up? Ken Matthews, maybe? Melvin Wood. Matthews is only 20. We don't need to call him up. Ken Moss. Might give Moss the chance at backup catcher next year. I guess we'll call it Melvin Wood. Man, this stinks. This really stinks. But alright, so I'm not going to play these last 2 games. But we can take a look at the standings just to officially... Yep, there we go. We've clinched the division. Marlins and... Okay, so the Marlins are 1 game up on the Giants. Now I'm curious to see how this plays out. Are we even going to have to play this New York game? They're really going to make us play this game against New York. This is meaningless. If someone gets hurt, I'm going to be pretty upset. But it looks like the Marlins do get the wild card. So that means we're going to have to face the Brewers in the first round, which is actually fine because they were the worst team in... They were the worst... they're going to be the worst playoff team. So we'll play them in the first round. Actually, it's a good thing that the Marlins won. If the Giants had won the wild card, we would have had to play them. That would have been awful. Yeah, I'm glad the Marlins won because we'll get to play the Brewers now. But I can't believe we have to play this freaking game against New York. If someone gets hurt, I'm going to be pretty mad. Alright, well. Oh no. Personal message. Okay. So, that is it for the regular season. We are taking on Milwaukee in the playoffs. That episode's going to be out tomorrow. And I'll wrap up the regular season stuff in that video as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy. And I'm out. Peace.